Hello, and welcome to Introduction to Paralegal Studies Library Video Series, Episode 1, Decoding Legal Citations. I'm your host, Ann Bittner. I'm the Paralegal and Business Librarian at Northampton Community College in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Let's get started. Decoding a legal citation is like eating a sandwich cookie. You want to start with the stuff in the middle. Let's identify the parts of our citation. We have 18 PACS 6311A. If we start with the stuff in the middle, we'll see that these letters, PACS, are an abbreviation for the name of a book series. PACS stands for Pennsylvania Consolidated Statutes. The number at the beginning of the citation is your title number. That's the volume number on the spine of the book. The number at the end of the citation is your section number. That's the location inside the book where the document begins. Let's talk for a moment about the section symbol. It looks like a letter S with an extra curl on it, and you'll see it appears right before the section number. Some legal publications include the section symbol in their citations, but not all of them use it, so you won't always see it. Fortunately, you will not need the section symbol in order to search the Westlaw database. But if you need to type the section symbol in Microsoft Word, select the Insert tab from your toolbar and then open the Symbol menu, and you'll see the section symbol is one of the choices. Here are the abbreviations for the names of some other legal books you will use often. First, we have Purdon's Pennsylvania Statutes and Consolidated Statutes Annotated, and that's abbreviated PACSA. The abbreviation for the Pennsylvania Code is pretty simple. It's just PA and then the word code. And finally, we have the United States Code Annotated, and that abbreviation is USCA. Now, I know you must be thinking, where can I get a list of abbreviations for the names of more legal books? My first suggestion is to use the Blue Book Citation Manual. That is a paper book that's on reserve at the NCC Library at the Bethlehem campus. So if you come up to the library, be sure to bring either your student ID or some other form of photo ID so that you can use the Blue Book. My second suggestion is to try the Pennsylvania Legislators Municipal Desk Book. That's a downloadable document that is published by the Local Government Commission of the Pennsylvania General Assembly. And their website is right here, www.lgc.state.pa.us. So let's try that. So if you go up to your browser and type in that address, www.lgc.state.pa.us, it will take us to the homepage for the Local Government Commission of the Pennsylvania General Assembly. And on your right-hand side at the bottom of the screen, you'll see a black box that says Quick Links. And that's where one of the choices is the Pennsylvania Legislators Municipal Desk Book. So let's go ahead and click on that. The first page we'll come to is a list of some of the articles that are selected from the desk book that you can read online. But in order to get the list of abbreviations, you need to download the complete desk book. So let's click on the link here. And it shows us that it has gone into our downloads folder. So now we can open the document and scroll through a few pages. It's pretty close to the front, and you'll find the list of abbreviations, acronyms, signals, symbols, and legal terms. And I think that you'll find it very helpful. There are some things in there that are unique to Pennsylvania. Where do the parts of a legal citation come from? Let's use this as our example. 533 US 27 2001. If we start with the stuff in the middle, we'll see the abbreviation US. This citation is for a US Supreme Court case, and this is what the book looks like. Court opinions are bound and published in a book called a reporter. In this example, the book is the United States Reports, which is abbreviated US. The number at the beginning of the citation is our volume number, 533, which you can see here on the spine of the book. That's also called the title number. And the number at the end of the citation, 2001, is the year that the decision was made. If you look on the spine of the book here, you'll see it says October Term 2000. Supreme Court opinions are collected by one-year terms. This particular book covers the term from October 2000 to September 2001. And this information will get you started in locating the correct book on the shelf. Next, we'll take a look at the pages on the inside of the book. Let's give a shout out to Furman Smith Law Library at Mercer University, where I got some of the information for this slide. Once again, we have our citation, 533 US 27 2001. And the only part we haven't found is our number 27, which is the page number where the document begins inside the book. And you can see it here in the upper corner of the page. Some other information you'll want to look for when you find your page is first the title of the case, which tells you the names of the two parties or more who are involved in the lawsuit. In this case, it is Kylo versus the United States, and the date of the court's decision, which is located right underneath the title, and it tells you here it was decided June 11th in 2001. Now that you have identified all of the parts of a legal citation, you can find the document. You have to remember that legal citations were invented long before computers existed, so the structure of a legal citation is based on the process for searching in paper books. Let's try this example. 71 PACSA 1010.4. And if we start with the stuff in the middle, this abbreviation stands for the Pennsylvania Consolidated Statutes Annotated. So now we have enough information for step 1, which is to go to the section in the library where the book series is shelved. And yes, there are quite a few volumes. Step 2 is to find the volume number and range of section numbers that match the citation. So we're going to look for the book that has the number 71 on the spine. And remember, that number is also called the title number. Now we need to find a range of section numbers that includes our section 1010.4. This book happens to have the sections going from 761 to 1800. So our number fits in between those two. So that is the book that we want. Let's grab our book off the shelf and open it up to the section where the document begins. And you can see in the upper edge of the corner of the page there, we have our citation 71 PS 1010.4, and that section number refers to the official state song. Who knew that Pennsylvania had an official state song? I didn't know that. So if you want to find out what it is, you can go look for that section number in the Pennsylvania Consolidated Statutes Annotated. But if you paid close attention, you'll see that the citation on the corner of our book here does not exactly match what we started with. It has just PS. The example we were looking for is PACSA. So that leads us to the question for our next slide. So our question now is, why do citations for Pennsylvania statutes have three different abbreviations? Well, let's start with PS. That's the way the Pennsylvania statutes were originally cited back in the olden days before 1970. That's pretty straightforward, right? PS. But then in November of 1970, the statutes were reorganized and renumbered, which they call consolidated. So that's how the letter C got in there. Now they're called the Pennsylvania Consolidated Statutes. This is the official version of the Pennsylvania statutes that is published by our state government in Harrisburg. And finally, we have the abbreviation PACSA, which stands for Pennsylvania Consolidated Statutes Annotated, which is also called PARL101. That's the name of the person who first published the book. This is an unofficial version of the statutes that is published by a private company called West. It's unofficial because it is not published directly by the state government. But it's useful to us because it contains explanatory material. That's why they call it annotations, because it's extra stuff that they add for you, such as examples of cases which show how the law has been applied in real life. It's to help you understand it better. You may see any or all of these abbreviations depending on which source you're using. Print Purdon's books and the Westlaw database use both PS and PACSA citations. To learn more about using print legal materials, please view the next video in this series. Searching in Print Legal Books by Topic. That will be Introduction to Paralegal Studies Library Video Series, Episode 2. Thank you for watching.